everyone, welcome back to RTS and welcome back to week 10. Yes, double digits of our summer space shape up. Wow, have we been doing a lot of things, and last week, was that not a wow week? Yes, embellishments is a big topic. It's a big category. It's a big thing to plan because there's a lot of components. So I wanted to say, if embellishments give you a headache, it's okay. It does for everyone, and it's just not something you can just figure out right off the bat. It takes a little bit of time, a little bit of planning, but eventually, once you know your style, what you like, what you don't like, what you need to purge, what you don't want to purge, things work its way out. And then with that, I want to say, there's no point in time, and I've been scrapbooking 23 years now, there's no point in time where I ever can look around and say, I have everything in the right place, in the right container, and the right, the perfect way I want it. It just doesn't happen because our style changes, product changes, and then the way we scrap changes, okay? That's all about growing, okay? That's a good thing, okay? You don't want things stagnant. You don't want things in the same container you had 10 years ago. No, you want to grow. You want to learn. Yes. So don't let that be a hindrance. Let it be, a little happy moment. Yes, the things are always changing. That's a happy thing. That's not a hindrance. Okay, so also, too, I have a lot of subscribers that are just joining in on the Summer Space Shape Up. Now, you can do that one of two ways. You can go back from the very beginning and start from the very beginning and keep working through, and you're more than welcome to do that because I have some things I still need to do from a couple weeks, and I will always be doing things on that list. So you can pop on, leave comments, and I will be reading all of that as it happens, or you can just pop in right now at this week and go forth. It is totally up to you. And what I would say, at the end of 12 weeks, go back and copy and paste the instructions I have for level 1 and level 2 of our weeks, and then put them in a master file. And then every so often, maybe this fall or winter, when the snow starts blowing and you have more time, you can start working on certain categories then. Okay, no wrong way to organize your space. But I will say, it is week 10 of our summer space shape up, and I will tell you, having this desk as a main priority of keeping clear has really helped me create more this summer than I think I ever did. Now that rocks. Yes. Okay, so I don't want to make this video too long because there's going to be another video, and it's going to be about stickers and chipboard. Stickers and chipboard, yes, I will talk about that in just a minute. Okay, so the first thing up this week is photos. Yes, we start every week with photos. Why? Because photos is our main jam. That is the whole reason why we do this. This is the whole record the story. Yes, so what you simply want to do maybe is print a few. Okay, maybe you want to print some or just gather some and think about some layouts, plans for some layouts. Maybe you need to order some. Put an order in. Maybe you need to find a new online provider for your photos, which is what I'm doing. Maybe you need to restock up on your printing supplies to print photos this fall and winter. Yes, put that on your list. You may need some ink, which is what I need to do. And also, too, just address some photos, whatever pile. And also, too, I gave some tips in the previous weeks. Maybe revisit some of those tips. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Photos, yes, you need to always keep photos in your mind. And with that, I've had a lot of people ask me about photos. And in the fall and winter, for me, when summer slows down a little bit, we will be starting our photo series. And it will be a continual series with photos, okay? Because we all have areas in this. Yes, we all have something to address in this area because it's huge, okay? And I don't think I'm ever going to be happy with everything and how I do my photos, but I'm getting pretty close, okay? So hang with me. I will tell you some things that I do regarding my photos. Yes, and we're going to be doing some organizing photos together. Yes, so hang in. Hit that notification bell. We have a ton coming up. Yes, a ton. Okay, so now what's next? Stickers and chipboard. So I'll talk about stickers just for a little bit, and then I'll talk about chipboard a little bit. Okay, let's start talking about the category of stickers and chipboard. Yes, of all the questions I've gotten, this has been the big one. And I'll tell you why, because this is a big area, it's a big category, it's a big component, and it gives us the most headache. Yes, Okay, and why? Well, the stickers, we love them, and if you, I've been scrapbooking 23 years, so I started with stickers 23 years ago, and I'm still using stickers today. That's why, because the amount we have, and then also two different sizes, 6 by 12, 12 by 12, and then we get into smaller sizes, and then we get into puffy stickers, and then we get into word stickers, label stickers. Yes, and yes, it keeps going on. So, for level 1 on stickers and chipboard, what are you going to do? You're simply going to gather your stickers and try to get them corralled in one category, one area, and then purge what you don't like. Okay, so that's all I'm going to say for level 1 for stickers and chipboard. What you're going to do this week is simply protect and purge, because that's all you simply can do, because it's such a hard category. There's a lot to think about, a lot to do, but if you're just level 1, you don't have a lot of time, perfectly okay. Put them in a secure place, protect them, and purge the ones you don't like. Okay, now if you're level 2, let's just keep on going, because there's a lot to talk about. Okay, so with level 2, what are you going to do? You're going to think about a little bit more about your stickers and a little bit more about chipboard. Okay, and you might as well just get yourself 2 ibuprofen because it can give you a headache, honestly, because there's so many components. And I'll tell you why. Just in this little bit of gathering I have right here, okay, I have some, different sizes on jump rings, okay. I have some that's still in the cellophane, okay. Then you have the puffy stickers, which these are all different sizes, okay. And then you have different stickers for different projects. This is Bible journaling, okay. And then you have stickers that you can no longer get that are by manufacturer, and you want to keep by the manufacturer and collection, okay. And then you have some new that just came in new category, some that you use on every layout you can. Then you have some that's with a collection, like do you keep with that or do you separate it, okay. And then the ones you just want to play with a certain album, okay. And then you're like, you don't even know what to do. And then our lovely 12 by 12s, okay. Now with 12 by 12, sometimes you just keep them 12 by 12, organize them the way you can, bing bang boom. But the problem you run into is when you get these 12 by 12s, okay, because here's the thing. If you're not someone who just solely scraps by theme or collection, these could be used on so many pages, and you're not using it to your advantage, which is what I ran into, which is why I had to sit down and have a come to Jesus meeting with myself about how I was doing my stickers and my chipboard and my die cuts. Now next week up will be die cuts, but we'll talk about that then. This week is just stickers and chipboard. Okay, now with that being said, in a video coming up right after this, or maybe tomorrow, it depends on YouTube how I get it uploaded, I'll be going over how I organize the majority of my stickers and chipboard, and they're in binders, okay? And I've got a lot of questions about it, and I will tell you it's a good system. It has really, really helped me, okay? It's not for everyone, okay? So don't worry about it if it's not. It's complicated. It's not complicated. It's time consuming, okay? You don't have to do it, okay? So what can you do if you have all of this, and then all of this, and then, heaven forbid, you have stickers and chipboard that are not only from the same manufacturer, same collection, but they're new to your inventory. Now what do you do? This is why it's so hard, because here's why. There are stickers and chipboard on every level and every project and every category. That's the problem, because it's not just washi. It's not just mist and sprays. It is theme, manufacturers, collection, projects, albums, color. It's everything scrapbooking. it's all. That's why it's so hard for stickers, die cuts, and chipboard, because they are things we use all the time, and we use them in various ways, and they encompass the whole purpose of scrapbooking. Does that make sense? Because a lot of us, we started out with stickers because they're affordable, and also too, let's just be real, stickers and die cuts and chipboard is what we have the most of. And so as we keep buying them, we have to keep reinventing the wheel of how we organize them, because we run out of space. And that is the truth of it, okay? So for stickers, what could you do if you wanted a quick fix? You could take your smaller stickers, whether in cellophane or not, and group them by size. Okay, they don't have to be by collection. You can do it by manufacturers, you can do it by collections, or you could simply just go by size, or you could just go by color. And if you don't have a hole in them, put a hole, put them in a jump ring, and that is an easy way to corral a lot amount of stickers in a short amount of time and a short amount of money. Yes, absolutely. Then what else you can do? You can simply get a smaller binner basket for your smaller stickers, puffy stickers, things like that. Okay. Now your 6x12s, and see, this is, what do you do with this size? Do you put it here? Do you put it there? There's no right answer, ladies. It really isn't. So with these bigger ones, 6x12 is where I would put them. And what do? Well, what you do is you go to the store and you honestly try to find a basket or a bin or a drawer that will fit your 6x12s. That's the only, I've been scrapbooking a long time. That's the only answer I have, because what else are you going to do? You can't just let them pile up on your desk. You can't let them pile up on the floor, and you can't just stick them somewhere because you want to use them. Okay? That's the thing. And so no matter how you do your stickers and your chipboard, you have to really think how you want to use them and then where you're going to store them. Okay? So if you're sitting down to scrap and you're telling yourself, I'm not using my October afternoons, I'm not using my word stickers, I'm not using my label stickers, I'm not using my tab stickers, okay? Why? Why are you not using them? And the answer is going to be different for a lot of us. Some will be, well, I just don't know where they are, I don't have them organized properly. So this is where you give yourself some time and you sit and think, how do you want to access your stickers? How do you want to use them? If it's by manufacturers, then that's what you need to do. Okay, even if that means just getting some bigger baggies at the Dollar Tree or Walmart and just start, these 12x12s will fit in those Dollar Tree bags. Just simply put them in a bag by manufacturer or by theme or by collection. You could just put with the paper if you wanted to, right? These stay very well with papers. These do not. So that's what you run into, okay? And then, well, haven't even talked about chipboard yet. Oh, let's just stay with stickers. Okay. So you just have to make the decision. Once and for all, you have to make the decision. How do you want to use them? And then you have to think about where you're going to store them, okay? And you're going to have to probably have different containers for the different sizes or the different categories. There's just no other way about it, okay? So then for my 6x12s, and some of you say, well, why aren't all of these in your binders? Because simply I have too many. I do not have enough space in my binders for every sticker and chipboard I own. It just isn't. And also too, do I wish they all were in? Maybe not. Because I have thought about that at one time. I thought about making more room in my scrap space for more binders. And then I thought, no, because I do scrapbooking in so many different ways. I do challenges, kits. I do a lot of kits, and then, crops or traveling, whatever you want to call. And then I like to do fast pages. And sometimes I just want to grab a couple of things and go. I don't want to have to grab a couple binders. So again, the answer is different for everybody. Some people may want to just put all their stickers in one binder. You can do that too. Okay. So for my 6x12s, here's where I have some of them. Okay. You see how I would not have enough binder space for my 6x12 stickers. So I just lucked out and I have a drawer that fits 6x12s. I did have to cut. Some of the manufacturer's marketing information. I did have to cut some of that off to accommodate that, but I'll happily do that. I don't need all of that information, okay? And so that's where I have stickers, but then, like I said, I'll show my sticker binders coming up. It was a good solution for me, okay? It helped me use more, and that was my whole purpose, okay? And so that's what I want to say to you right now. If you want to use your stickers more in your chipboard, what's stopping you? Is it where you have them? Maybe you simply just have them too far away from your desk, because if you're like me, when I sit to scrap, I don't want to get off my seat. No, because I don't have a lot of time to scrap, and I refuse to get up and down all the time. I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm too old. Okay, so maybe it's something as simple as moving your stickers and chipboard closer to your desk, maybe an arm's length, okay? Or maybe take something off of your desk space to make room for them. There's no rule that says you have to have every sticker you own and every chipboard you own right front and center. No, maybe just have one special basket and bin, put some stickers and chipboard on it, and then maybe every season, every quarter of the year, switch them out and put different in. That's a very simple way to do it, okay? And if you don't have a lot, that works. And if you do have a lot, that little system right there works, okay? You just have to find something that accommodates this 12 by 12 size, because if it accommodates this 12 by 12 size, and if that means putting a 12 by 12 piece of paper in your purse while you go shopping to find one, I have done that for many years. Go ahead and do that, because then you won't keep buying the wrong bin, basket size, getting home, realize. And when you're buying anything to organize something 12 by 12, make sure it is not a slanted, you know, where it tapers at the bottom. Don't buy any of those type of organizers. It won't work for you, okay? So, but the problem is if you get too big of a bin or basket, I may have said this, then these get lost. These get lost. So keep that in mind, okay? So that is your stickers, okay? You have to think how you want to use them and why aren't you using them. And then also too, where are you going to store them? Not everybody has deep drawers, not everybody has cabinets, and not everybody has shelf space, okay? It may have to end up being a plastic bag for you, and that's fine, okay? You do it how you need to do it. Okay, so then let's talk about chipboard, because, you know, we love chipboard, but you talk about another headache. Yeah, let's talk about chipboard. Okay. And if you have any questions, list them below, because if I don't have the answer, I'm sure one of my lovely subscribers will have an answer, because we all can learn from each other. Okay. Because I can guarantee you right now, how I do my stickers and chipboard would drive some people batty, because I have some on rings. I have some that is in a basket in a bin on my shelf, and then I have some that's in drawers, and then I have some in binders. Okay, but that's what works for me. I like having a little bit in a lot of different places. Okay, so with chipboard, what do? Again, the problem we run into is that, you know, you have different sizes. There's 12 by 12. There is 6 by 12. And then you get some that, you know, well, this is cork, but I put it in with chipboard. And then you have layered chipboard, and then you have, you know, these sheets. So that's the problem. Again, if you don't have a lot, you may want to incorporate chipboard in with your stickers, and that's a smart way to do it. Or if you don't think that way, you can simply get a separate bin and put your chipboard in, and just have one basket and bin for your chipboard, okay? Just make sure things stay protected from the dust and the sun, whether it's your stickers or your chipboard. That's something you do have to consider, because things do fade. Yes, they do. Okay, so what else did I want to say about chipboard? The problem is, for me, is that the cellophane wrapper that these things come in, they don't last any more than a couple times for me. I just don't. And then what happens is these things pop out, and then you lose them, which is what I ran into, okay? And then also, too, what I ran into over the years is that I don't necessarily scrap by collection. I do when things first come into my inventory, like this Cocoa Vanilla that my lovely friends from the Scrappy Sisters, I'll link their YouTube channel below. If you want to see some talented ladies, go look at Jess and Katie. They had gifted me a package of goodies, and Cocoa Vanilla, this Bohemian Dream, was part of that. And so this was the first Cocoa Vanilla I've ever seen in real life, and of course it's beautiful. So what do you do when things are, you know, when you have more than one components? Well, I don't scrapbook by collection. Only when new things are in my inventory. That's the only time I scrapbook by collection. And then when I've used them for a bit, maybe 6 months, 8 months, whatever. There's no time limit. And then I'll separate them up. It's when I'm done playing with it. I haven't even got to touch these yet, okay? So these are just staying together. But it's totally up to you how you want to do that, okay? And so then something like this, I bought it because, actually, was it gifted to me or did I buy it? Either way, okay? I will not keep something like this together, because I don't have the collection of it, okay? And so I want this in my alphas, and I want this in chipboard. So right off the bat, I have to take this, and I have to separate it out, okay? And so, again, I'll show you my binders, how I do things like that, okay? So, but then the packaging just never works for me, okay? And then, of course, things like this. This is dimensional. This is cork. And then you run into chipboard that is for a specific project. This is for some of my travel pages. So I don't want that in my, all my other chipboard. So again, there's no one size fits all. It's going to give you a headache, and that's okay. But honestly, the only thing you can do is tell yourself how you want it. For some of us, we just want it in a basket and reach for it, bing, bang, boom, you're done. Some of us want it by theme. You want your Valentine's together, you want your fall together, you want your Christmas together, and you want your summer together. And so you're going to have to keep it together. And I would suggest baggies for that. Put it right in the chipboard, and all your, actually anything for your collection, just put it in a bag along with your paper. And if you don't have enough, do 2 bags. Do a bag just for the paper, do a bag for your embellishments, stick them on the shelf, and you're done. Okay? Now, if you go into the category where you're like me, you do a little bit of this, you do a little bit of that. I don't want everything by manufacturer. I don't want everything by collection. I don't want everything by color, and I don't want everything by theme. No, because that's just not how I scrap, okay? You're going to have to, this is where the work comes in, because then you can't just find one bin or basket for your stickers and one basket and bin for your chipboard. It just doesn't work that way. So that's why you're going to have to think about jump rings. You're going to have to think about drawers, and you're going to have to think about maybe looking at how other people do it, okay? For me, I did it into binders, and I'll talk about that, okay? It is a time saver, but it takes time to do it, if that makes sense, okay? So I think that's all I'm going to talk about for week 10 of our Summer Space Shape Up, because this is a big category. And it's one of those things, there's no answer and there's no container. It's just your solution, okay? If that makes sense, okay? And so it gets complicated. And I guess since I've been scrapbooking so long, I have tried everything under the sun, and nothing worked until I told myself there's no perfect solution. And once I got into the mindset that there was no perfect solution for stickers, there's no perfect solution for chipboard, and there's no perfect solution for die cuts, things became a little easier for me, because then I started to think, oh, this is what's working now. This may not work next year, okay? But over time, as you go along your scrapbooking journey and you start defining your style, and then you start to see what you like, what you don't like, that's when you can start fine-tuning things, and then you start to become settled on things, okay? But I will suggest, if you're just starting out, do not spend a lot of money on containers. That's not the solution. The solution is finding your style. It's not the container. Okay, so that is our week 10 of our Summer Space Shape Up and our stickers and chipboard. Lovely, lovely embellishments, but yes, very hard to organize because we have too many and we shop too often. That's the problem, isn't it? Yes. But are we ever going to stop shopping for them? No, I'm not going to. No, I mean, I may be on a spending freeze this year, but no, I will never stop buying stickers and chipboard, because that's all part of the learning and the growing and having fun. Yes. Okay, so come back for next week of week 11 of our Summer Space Shape Up, and you know die cuts is going to be part of that. And then also too, following right after this video, or perhaps tomorrow, will be the long video on my stickers and chipboard. And again, I don't know if I'm going to separate that. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so yes, get a tissue, wipe that brow, and give yourself some time to think before you do, and then come up with a solution. And if you have any questions or comments, please list it below. This will probably be an active discussion for a while, and I hope it is, because it is just not something you can figure out in an afternoon. It simply isn't. Okay, so that's all I have for today. Come back to RTS, because you never know what we're going to do. Bye!